your way, but you're still in debt. Or maybe you're doing okay, but want to invest smarter, grow faster. MillionaireX.ai gives you real step-by-step strategies to ditch debt or stack wealth. Stop dreaming and start planning. Visit MillionaireX.ai today. I want you to be the next millionaire next door.
Finding the right real estate professional can be challenging. I'm broker Melissa Wilson. I'm knowledgeable in all aspects of the real estate process. So whether you're looking to buy new or an existing home or have a commercial need, I'm here to help.
Let's stop acting like we don't see how this game is played. If you tired of folks throwing shade with a smile and keeping you boxed in with that slick behind-the-scenes racism, it's time to upgrade your survival skills. See, Phillip Scott dropped more than just knowledge. He handed you a playbook with passive-aggressive racism in the system of white supremacy. This ain't the in-your-face kind. This is that sneaky, office space, let me block your blessings type of racism that'll have you questioning your own reality. It's time to call it what it is and arm yourself with the facts. But baby, don't stop at just peeping the system. Break those mental chains too. That's why you need 7 steps to decolonize the mind. This is about freeing yourself up top, walking in confidence, and letting the world know your mind is not for rent, lease, or layaway. It's time to reclaim your power step by step. So don't just watch, take action. Click over to Amazon.com, type in passive-aggressive racism in the system of white supremacy and 7 steps to decolonize the mind, and secure both books for yourself, your crew, and anybody ready for that mental liberation. La Sherika said it, now go do it. Invest in your freedom. Pick up both books today on Amazon.com. Trust me, your mind will thank you.
If you have not been tuning in before, my goodness, you've missed out on a lot. Broke boy, but with potential. What made you realize, this soft life is for me?
I deserve it. Because main money is special. I'm single.
But you don't like to be alone now.
I'm looking for a guy to break my heart. Well, as long as they're Nigerians now.
Watch Slay Queen Nigeria, only on the African Diaspora News Channel app.
From November 14th to 21st, we're inviting you to join us for a powerful trip to Ghana. This isn't just a vacation. This is a chance to walk through the same places where many of our people were captured, held, and shipped off into slavery. So don't wait. Secure your spot today. We're making history by walking through it. Will you be with us?
In H-Town, we want news that speaks truth, just like we do.
ADNC keeps me informed and him inspired.
We've been through too much to trust mainstream media. This feels like us.
From the D to the diaspora, ADNC is how I stay woke. We binge ADNC like it's Netflix, but smarter.
They speak on us, but never for us. ADNC does.
No fluff, no filters, just the truth, daily.
From Wall Street to 125th, we're watching our news.
Download the African Diaspora News Channel app today to stay connected to the culture.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, thank you for joining us here on the stream. A little behind tonight. You know, we had internet issues last night, but the interesting part, it came back, and also right when I got a backup, so it won't happen again, because now I got a backup for a backup. I met a gentleman today in the Verizon store. He's been actually watching our platform for a very long time. So shout out to think his last name is Maldonado. So shout out to Mr. Maldonado for supporting the show for a very, very long time. He said he was from New York originally. So his brother turned him on to our platform. So yeah, we got viewers that come from all walks of life, and it's good to meet all of y'all. All right, tonight, like I said, because I'm not going to be too long with y'all, and because I ate up a lot of the time with some things we had to do, we're going to be talking about your boy Trump. That's for sure, with the trying to whitewash slavery, which would never happen. I mean, it's never going to happen. I mean, but, you could try. I mean, you could try your best, whatever you can do. And we're going to get into that psychology once again of just how embarrassed they are of their history. They're embarrassed of it because when you're proud of your history, you want everybody to know about it, right? But they're not proud of it. They can't get that stench off of them no matter what they try to do, but they could get the stench off. And I once again tell them how you get the stench off of slavery in the United States of America. So with all that said, before we get started, make sure September 1, get our new book. Definitely a new book, Us versus Machine, How Anti-Black Racism Was Programmed, Marketed, and Made to Survive. And we're going to be getting into these folks, including slavery. We're going to be talking about these people prior to even us being in contact with them, how they was getting down in Europe and their culture in Europe. That's all going to be talked about right in the beginning and going into why these people have to operate in anti-black racism, right? So make sure you get the book September 1, ladies and gentlemen, on Amazon.com. You can pre-order if you like to get an ebook on your Kindle. You can pre-order right now if you would like. Also, thank y'all for downloading and supporting the ADNC app. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. I was talking to the team today. So we in the lab now discussing the new upgrade for the app. So, I took a lot of feedback from a lot of people. So now we're in the lab with that. So stay tuned, because we're going to have an update on the app, and I can't wait for the new update to show y'all. All right. So let's go ahead and get into it. I don't want to take much of your time, as I said. I don't want to take much of your time. All right. So we got an article, and we also got a video. Okay. So you can know exactly who we're going to talk about tonight. So let me go ahead on and pull up this article, and then we'll get to the video. Give me a second. Where is my screen? Okay, there we go. All right. Boom. We're starting right here. And we're going to go. All right. Visitors to Black History Museum says Trump is whitewashing slavery. Okay, so let's go down. What is he doing? So they said that those that say crazy, ignorant, dangerous, and wrong. That's just some of the words visitors to the Smithsonian's National Museum of African American History and Culture used this week to describe the idea that museums in the nation's capital are focusing too much on how bad slavery was, as President Donald Trump put out last week. So the Trump administration has accused the Smithsonian Institution, which is nearly 180 years old, consists of 21 federally funded museums, and promoting improper ideology. To counter that supposed ideology, and say the administration has launched a comprehensive internal review of the institution to ensure alignment with the president's directive to celebrate American exceptionalism and remove divisive or partisan narratives and restore confidence in our shared cultural institutions. We don't have a shared cultural institution because I don't have anything to share with y'all. I mean, but I can get to that here. Ooh, that's a whole conversation. Now, of course, Trump said on August 19th that they are moving alleged woke exhibits in favor of more brightness and success. Listen, Trump, you can try to spray perfume or cologne on poop, but it's still poop, bro. I said a Trump aide leading the review later echoed the president's comments, saying she had seen an overemphasis on slavery at museums. He said, I think there should be more of an overemphasis on how far we've come since slavery. Lindsay Halligan is a former Trump lawyer who is now his senior associate staff secretary. They say, with visitors walking out of the world's largest museum dedicated to African American history and culture, which includes artifacts like Portuguese slave ship and abolitionist Harriet Tubman Shaw, on Wednesday said that slavery rests at the core of the nation's history, and its legacies are undeniable. They say it's ignorant because the country was built on slavery. So how you ignore that? Maryland resident Gwendolyn Pavana said. Okay, so you can't really put an emphasis on slavery. It happened to everybody, said a Marissa, a nurse in Maryland who declined to give her last name. So that's not something that you could simply take away. It's not going to go anywhere, no matter what you try to do to hide it. They said there's always going to be history about slavery. Another person said he's trying to take America back. He said he doesn't want people to move forward. He wants America to be remembered. America to be remembered what he remembered it to be when he was younger. Yeah, it was a utopia for him, but not for us. Now, I said America's original sin has shaped its culture, economy, and politics since its founding. Has contributed to racial inequality and influenced today's hottest political debates, including over racial gerrymandering, which we covered that's a relic from the slavery era. It's still operating in 2025. It's ahead of the next year's midterm elections. One of the most watched Supreme Court cases looming over the country this year will hinge on whether to dismantle the Voting Rights Act, which has passed to protect Black Americans who needed protection due to suppression during the post-slavery era. And let me before I get into that, let's say, because I'm always the kind of person, ladies and gentlemen, to say, okay, you dismantle the Voting Rights Act. Let's say you do it. What would life be like after the dismantling of the Voting Rights Act? Well, it's not going to be a good look for America because the world will say, okay, you're trying to dismantle democracy. You went all over America. Okay. You went all over America telling people about democracy. And everybody knows historically Black people fought for the Voting Rights Act and the Civil Rights Act. Okay. So you want to dismantle that. Why? Because you can't win elections anymore. So you feel that now I don't want to any kind of stake. Because see, one thing the Voting Rights Act did, not only just give us the right to vote, but it put in place, like with the gerrymandering they doing now, where they would say, okay, you can't do this kind of map because this map is going to disenfranchise Black voters. So you need to go back to the drawing board and do the maps again and then bring them back. So you can't do that. You can't cut Black political power, because you have to understand with these people, they cannot do nothing fair. They'll tell you merit, but they will never do nothing by merit. Everything for them is about anti-Black racism. It's about cheating. It's about undermining. And when you tell them about what they're doing, it's not like you're making it up. It's one thing to lie on people, and you should never lie on people. But when you're telling the truth, listen, they don't like their truth. They don't like the mirror put up to them, okay? They don't like the mirror. They don't. That's why this book right here is an ultimate mirror for them. It is a mirror. That's why I want you to get it September 1, because they don't like to see their own reflection. See, when you talk about slavery, you're looking at their reflection. You understand? Talking about, why don't we talk about the good things we've done? You have not done nothing good. I'm going to repeat that. Y'all as a community have done nothing good. I'll be the one to say it. You have done nothing good, because if you did something good, we would not have the issues we have today and why Black Americans are still in position that they're in today, and Black folks throughout the world, because you are contributing to how Black folks throughout the world are being treated in the position they're in too. It's not just Black folks in America. That's why I like to teach my people to don't be a stereotype. Don't be a dumb American. And what I mean by that is that you choose to be isolated. You choose not to know anything. Some of you have this idiotic response. I don't care. It has nothing to do with me. You're living in a global society. We all connected now. That I don't care has nothing to do with me. Them days are kind of done, because you're literally connected to the whole world through your doggone telephone. Now, you could choose to be ignorant. And that's fine. I don't like people that choose to be ignorant. I don't even want you around me. Don't come around me, okay? I like people, no matter who you are, who want to learn, who want to grow, who understand we live in a globalized society. Seriously, I like those kind of people. I like those people that understand how more we are connected and how we dealing with the same issues and problems, no matter what continent that we all living on. These people have caused problems in the Caribbean. These people have caused problems in the continent of Africa. These people have caused problems in Latin America. They've caused problems everywhere they go. And how, if you look at where, no matter where black folks live in the planet Earth, even in the continent of Africa, they are not where they should be. And we're definitely not where we should be. Why? Not because we don't want to work, not because we don't want to innovate, not because anything. These people are constantly trying to sabotage us. And we supposed to say that you've done something good? You have done nothing. Everything that we have as Black Americans, we fought for it and got it on our own. We did it. You didn't wake up one day and say, it's wrong what we're doing. Let's stop this. Let's change the laws. You was forced to do it. You were forced to. Now, you want to try to take away the Voting Rights Act, and their claim is, well, we don't need it anymore because, we have a Civil Rights Act, and so we don't need that. The reason why they don't want the Voting Rights Act because they want unchecked ways to disenfranchise black people from any kind of political power. Now, that goes tit for tat because in the blue states, they'll do the exact same thing and say, okay, well, if y'all doing it, we doing it. That's cool. And then now you have a lot of back and forth. It's like they're literally quote unquote dismantling or want to dismantle the democracy they promote. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not going to be the one getting out there in the street screaming and hollering about anything they're doing. And you know why? They could tear the whole system down, in my opinion. Because this system and the way it operates, where is our position at? They're saying about the way this system operates by 2053, we as a collective people have a zero net worth, the way this system operates. The way it operates in this status quo, we will be at the bottom. No net worth. That's why some of you have to stop being silly in the way some of you talk, and especially on this channel. Please stop doing it. Stop walking around here acting like you better than anybody. You're not better. I'm not better. You act like we are in a better position. Everything that we have fought for is trying to be unraveled. But you act like you better than somebody in another country. You're not better, bro. You're not better. Me, you, and all black Americans, we are at the bottom of this country. We're not at the top. We are constantly sabotaging everything that we do. Yes, we're citizens of this country, barely. They still don't respect our humanity. They don't respect our children. They'll gun down our children like Tamir Rice like it ain't nothing. I can go everywhere I've looked at and went. Black folks got the same problem. The same problem. Don't take on the ideology of what you say that you can't stand. The superiority complex. I'm better than this person because of who I am. I'm better than them. No, you're not. You're not better. You're not better because I'm not better than nobody. You're not better. I know you get in these echo chambers and they tell you all that you better than you this. And like, how are you better when the numbers say we're at the bottom? We're not better. And the only reason we have a slightly better positioning, though, than maybe others in other countries is because we're here. That's why them other people want to be here so bad. Because a lot of issues and problems in Black America that we could solve and they couldn't sabotage. But we got some people that want to fight for the government to do everything for you. I'm a firm believer of what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad said was to do for self. Let's get together. Let's do what our ancestors always done. Forget these people. Let's do what we got to do. But some people, want to fight for the system. Oh, well, maybe we can get the system to treat us a little better. I've seen all that. I've studied it. I've watched people try. It don't work. This system will never include us. This system will never respect us. This system will never honor us as a people. It would never do it because this system was not built for us. It was built for them. We just live here. Yes, we built the country, but let's call it what it is. We're not running it. They are. Now, you can get mad what I say, but you can't deny what I say. Because I don't like people running around here with this pompous attitude like you're just better than somebody. I hate people. Look, I straight up like that lady by the time about she hate foreigners. I hate people that act like that. I can't stand people like that. Get away from me. Don't be on my comment section talking about you better than anybody. You're not. We in America can't even pay for a car cash. We can't pay for a house cash, but we better. One sickness, you lose your job, they come and pick your car up. They come and evict you from your apartment, evict you from your house. How are we better? Even as Americans, we so much better than other people. No, we're not better than nobody. Our food is trash. The environment, air we breathing is trash. How are we better? And I'm not saying somebody else is better, another location is better. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying stop running around here acting like you're better, because that's not our people. That's not how our people raised us, to have this attitude, taking on the ideology of what you don't like. Because with some of you, I peeped that. Some of you want to be in the position of the white man, his position, and you would act just like him in that position, actually. You just mad that you're not in that position. You're being oppressed. But you had the chance to be in that position, you act just like it. And I don't want nothing to do with his ways, his culture, or anything that he do. I just got to talk to some of these new black folks that's coming up now. That's not my get down. No. Yes, I believe in respect. We need to respect each other. Yes, we need to respect each other's culture. Yes, we need to talk to each other the right way. Yes, we do. No, people don't need to be selling out. See, the problem with some of y'all, too, you can't understand that sometimes 10 things will be right at the same time. 5 things will be right at the same time. Yes, we built America. Yes, we're in a better position than we were since slavery. That's true, statistically. But no, we're not better than nobody else in other countries. We're not. Yeah, see, King Noble say he see it with some of these new. I don't. Yeah, it's like I told y'all, and I'm gonna keep repeating that before I get back to this. I'm not trying to be at the top of the bottom. I told y'all that. I'm not. I don't want to be like, well, at least I'm better than them over there. But you're at the bottom in America. What are you talking about? Yeah, but I'm better than them in that country. Like, what are you talking? You know what I'm saying? No, we need to, instead of looking down on somebody, why don't we work together as a community right here in America? Build towns, build schools for our children. Don't put Umar in charge of the money of the school, but build schools for our children. Do what's right for our kids. You can't build nothing with nobody talking about you better than something. You cannot build anything with somebody that has a prideful spirit. And what does the scriptures teach? Pride goeth before a fall. Do you want to fall? Keep that foolish pride that some of you have that I see with some of you. I see some comments y'all be leaving sometime, thinking you better. You're not better. And if somebody got an issue and you got a better idea to fix it, well, help them fix it then. Help them fix it. If you're not going to help them fix it, then just be quiet about it. Let them handle it. Now, yeah, hey, look, Buckhorse. I'm like that, Buckhorse. I'm like that, Buckhorse. I'm just like you. I don't like dealing with a lot of people, especially the older I get sometimes. Not because I'm antisocial. I love talking to people, but I just can't deal with ignorant people. Just like I can't deal with racist people. I can't deal with ignorance and racism. I can't deal. That's why I know eventually I'm going to be gone. I'm not going to be in America eventually. I already know, because the more I go, the older I get, the less I'm tolerant of their anti-black racism. I'm just not tolerant of it. I like, especially when I've had experiences where I don't have to see you. I don't even have to interact with you. It's beautiful. Like, okay. Now, let's get back to this Trump whitewashing. I just had to make sure to talk about that. Some things some of y'all say, you know, that I see coming in here. And I'm not talking about y'all in particular who's in the chat. But I'm talking about you, those who come in. And I don't going to say, he off code was saying that. I'm not on code with an idiot. No. I'm on code with great Black Americans who understand unity, who understand respect, who understand education, who understand, you know, our children and want to fix problems with our community. That's the kind of Black Americans I want to deal with, or any Caribbeans or Africans or anybody, whoever who you are. That's the kind of people I want to deal with. If you are ignorant, if you live in an echo chamber, if you don't think we live in a global society, if you have an identity problem, that's another thing. And y'all get mad at me for saying that before. I can't deal with people that don't understand their own identity.